Welcome everybody. Here we are on the set of Rise of the Foot Soldier 4 in Marbella, in Spain. Right, let me just fill you in. This next film is a continuation of the Tate story of Pat coming out of prison after doing 5 years and wanting to take revenge on the people who put him in prison for 5 years. So it's been festering in his nut all this time. He comes out, gets straight on a plane and comes out to Spain to hunt down everyone responsible. In that journey, he discovers there's an opportunity to buy a load of drugs and pills. I don't know if I could give too much. Is that the story? Give it okay? He needs money. So there's only one place he can get the money. Gets straight on the phone. He says to Tony and Craig, get out here lively, bring me 20 large. I found a geezer who can sort out everything and we can bring loads of pills back to Essex. So they come out and the adventure begins of us getting involved in a load of shit.
So we're actually shooting a location for the opening shot here. Rise of the Foot Soldier 4. One of the reasons I chose this location is it's now remote because there used to be a beach bar here. And in April this year, it was burned to the ground in quite an interesting story, which kind of fits the whole movie, what we're doing. This building was called Heaven Beach. It was a really well-established business, very popular. Every weekend there's people here all through the summer. He did amazing parties here for certain festivals during the summer season and the winter, Spanish holidays, for example. Apparently there was a drug deal that went wrong. A debt wasn't paid, so they burned his business to the ground as a warning. 3 guys came in, tied up the night watchman, gasoline everywhere, set the whole place alight. It burned to the ground. And then a couple of weeks later, he was shot in front of the church in San Pedro. And he was my neighbor, funny enough. He lived in the same urbanization. So I saw him on the way in and the way out on school runs just to say hello. And then his partner was killed in Dubai. So as far as I can tell, there was 3 different people involved in this particular incident. They burned the beach bar down, shot the guy here and blew up his partner in Dubai. And this is where we're filming.
Nod, yeah, whatever, got it, boom, sweet. He goes first, you watch him go. You go first. Boom, cut the beats, Andy. Off. Beautiful, shoot it. So go right down to the corner there, Mark, jump in the water and then stand and get ready. We're on location in Marbella shooting Rise of the Foot Soldier 4. We've got the gorgeous Andrew Loveday over there, the new big, the best thing since De Niro in the UK. Look at him, absolutely gorgeous. So we're shooting a scene where Andrew Loveday, his character Terry Fisher, is picking up some pills. Can we say that?
Yeah, I'm picking up 30,000 ecstasy tablets.
He's picking up 30,000 pills.
30,000 apples.
As you do. When you come in down the line, you see where the camera is, yeah? Find the camera. But don't stray off too far that way. Don't get covered. When you get to here, Mark, listen. When you get to here, make sure you're like that. So you're like this.
This is a really important shot because it's the opening of the entire film. So we're on the beach. I have to meet our drug runner. This is Mark. And he's come all the way from Morocco with a bag of pills. He gives me the pills. I get in my trusty Land Rover and I head back and give it back to the boss. Poor Mark got grabbed by the throat by Craig in the last version of the movie. So now he's on a jet ski in this one.
Yeah, I'm running backwards and forwards with the merchandise from Morocco to Marbella Beach.
And we take the bag of pills back to the big boss. And so this is going to be the opening scene. Jet ski arriving from Morocco. Our trusty Land Rover is on the beach waiting. He gives the pills to me and I take them back to the big boss. So an opening shot of any film is very important, so we're just setting it up now to make it look epic. So we get that wow factor straight away from the audience.
This story is a caper. It's different from the other films because all the other films have been over, 2 decades, and they're really long, stretched out stories. This is a 7-day caper. You're going to see our boys in a complete different setting. It's basically Pat's journey to revenge Frank Harris, played by Larry Lamb, in the third film. We give him an opportunity to score one of the biggest deals of his life with a big consignment of ecstasy pills, but he needs some cash and needs it fast, so he gives his boys, Tony Tucker and Craig Rolfe, a phone call and saying, listen guys, you need to come out to Spain and bring me over £20,000. And of course it never goes to plan, and this is where we see these guys going their complete double comedy act.
So the old Bill don't give two fucks about it. And we will be back home on sweet Essex soil before anyone has a fucking clue what that is.
Right. Absolutely perfect. Right, we're punching in exact.
Sunband reader like that. Yeah, pleaser.
So we're going to do exactly the same again, guys. We're just swinging through 150.
I was sort of excited because I had a real laugh on the third one, and literally read the script and I was like, this is really fucking good, really funny. You know, when we started, he was like, well, you know, in a month, but you know, we're going to come down to Marbella and shoot at Marbella section, and then go back to London and Amsterdam and shoot the Amsterdam and London stuff. So yeah, so you know, it wasn't a hard sell. It was a good sort of script, and you know, good director. Obviously, you know, Craig Fairbrass and Roland Manookian were back, and you know, you kind of, if you're going to do something and you're working with good actors and it's a good script and you've got a good director, it's, you know, I'd rather be doing that than anything else.
I have an altercation with Nigel Benn, because obviously it's a period piece, and it was when Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer, a wonderful boxer, I've just got to say, an amazing boxer, big fan. I have an altercation with him, totally sort of fabricated, but he gives me an uppercut, and it does almost breaks my neck. So throughout most of the film, I'm in this neck brace, which I think adds a comic element to it as well, because it looks completely daft. And as far as I know, I think Conor Benn is going to play the boxer Nigel Benn, who's his son, and I am thrilled. I'll be thrilled to meet Conor Benn, because hopefully when we shoot it, he will be the world champion. Please be the world champion, Conor, please. There's actual footage of Terry Stone's character, Tony Tucker, at that fight, walking out with Nigel Benn and his entourage. So it's going to be amazing. That part of the film is certainly a true reflection and a real and truthful.
So what we're doing is we're prepping for some of the gun battle scenes, and we've got Frank the Armourer here. So these are our weapons, mostly his, some of these are mine, and they're all exact replicas of either AR-15s or M4s, which is standard military issue for the US. We do have some other ones that we haven't brought on set today, the AK-47 for example, we haven't brought those, but this is the armory. Frank and myself will be firing them at the bottles that we're going to blow out, and we're doing a reverse shot, so they're actually using pistols because the pistols have nice blowback action. The whole top of the slide comes back for it, but we're going to do the actual destruction of the bottles to camera, only because we're better shot. You know, the thing about guns is you give sort of a gun in somebody's hand, the actors tend to get carried away and start doing the John Wayne with it, and then people get hurt. So we're quite strict about controlling them. It's a closed set when we have the weapons on set, and one of us is always by them because the crew tend to want to pick them up. It's little boys with little toys, you know.
So start on our hero in red, who's going to fire 3 shots and miss. Then our hero in red, white and blue, who's going to miss, because they're almost on the same focal plane, so that's fine.
So at the beginning leave it on them, and then
yes, and then as Craig comes forward, make it all about Craig.
Keep it on him.
Boom, focus to the bottles.
Terry takes 3 shots, missing all 3.
So Dan, Terry first, yeah. Yeah. You got it, and then obviously then Craig comes through.
Camera set.
Okay, here we go. And action.
Flight 140, take 1.
Perfect.
Mark.
Yeah, come and have a look. Any racks focus to it? Nice, that was great. Moving on.
Shotgun pellet.
Do you want to do the, there's 2 more, do you want to break them?
Nah.
Hold on, let's have a look. Andy, have a look at the playback.
Yeah, I think the characters of Tony, Tucker and Craig Rolfe that I'm playing are a little bit of the are the pincushions. They are the butts of lots of jokes, and hopefully we can add a comic element to it, which makes this 4th instalment completely unique from the rest of them, because we've really sort of just tried to explore their characters, their lives, and how hopeless they are, really.
I think you could say it's definitely, you know, more lock stock than Long Good Friday, you know what I mean? But it's, you know, we also add in bits ourselves where we sort of say, look, what about this? And, you know, we have got a little bit of, with this, because we've been in, you know, the first one, the third one, you know, we come up with some ideas, and those get incorporated as well. And sometimes things happen when you're doing a scene where something funny just comes out, and then someone just throws something in, and then everyone starts laughing, and they go, fucking brilliant, we'll keep that in, you know. So it's like, it's nice because you're not locked into the script. I mean, obviously we follow the script, but we're not locked into it where you have to say, we've got to do, you know, the lines. You can't go off page, you can't make anything up. You're not allowed to laugh at this bit. You can do what you want. And that's what kind of makes it, gives the actors freedom.
People really responded to the humour in the last one, and this one I think is the funniest of the 4, personally. You know, it's a great opportunity for Terry and Roland to really show off their chemistry together, because they work so well together, and then there's the stuff with me and separately, and then we all come together. But it's got everything like all the other films we've had. Plenty of violence, plenty of humour, piss-taking, drugs, birds, you name it, it's got it. And Spain, Marbella.
That's right, love. You're the first bird in history who tells the truth. Craig laughs. Charlotte, why? Because you're weak and I'm strong. Charlotte glares at Pat. Pat turns away. So I don't think you need "Come on, son, let's go home" to Craig, because ultimately Pat's just driving the car.
I'll just say, come on, boys, let's go on.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
When he's standing looking for the window, when he says, "You fucking on stage," he's spit in her face, and then I'll be going like that at the window, and then I'll go like that.
Craig Rolfe.
Yeah.
Julian.
Get the pain.
Good idea.
Get the
Julian.
pain.
Craig Rolfe.
Yeah.
Rather than just doing the old, just for going like that. Oh, come on, darling, just head out the door. Just really sell it. Go. Come on, darling, we're only joking, so we get you like that. And then as she gets the door, you can go, fuck up, you old.
Do you want me to actually have my arse on the window there when he does it? Because it'd be quite funny. On this window, because it's quite funny, because he's going to eat fucking around. It's like,
No.
we would have the back window.
Either one.
So this is Emily White. She plays the lovely Charlotte in this film. She's got a really lovely personality, but she's obsessed with cocaine.
You can't fucking say that.
That's your character in the film, you nut. That's your character in the film.
As I said, bang on it, she is.
So my part in 3, even though she was quite an influential character to the storyline, was quite small. Like, we didn't film for a very long time. But in number 4, she's evolved and she's the leading lady. In number 3, I was Harris's sort of trophy girlfriend. He's not in number 4, and I've taken over the business and gone into partnership with Terry Fisher. And Charlotte's still up to her same old tricks. She's playing the guys against each other. She's naughty, bit of a nutter. It's a good part, it's fun.
This looks like we're in Mexico now, down, you know, in the middle of nowhere.
It's nice that though. You got Technicolor blue sky, haven't you?
Yeah.
We're going to be coming in.
I think it's just the gravel road that's a bit rubbish, but... So, can we do one on the 150 and then put the 32 on, something like that?
Oh, that's him there. Are we being good?
One take on the 150, so we've got it, because all you need to do is turn around.
You wanted him to turn around again and then a take on the line.
Well, that's the bit you need, isn't it? Because you can't keep it on her for that last shot all that time. You need this.
We're going to have to come closer.
Oh, of course, yeah. But
Yeah.
this is a nice shot for,
let's do that.
for the back of the van and everything.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a better looking tight shot than this. Right. We're staying on Emily the whole time with the focus, and the car will be just blocking our view of her, that kind of thing.
Yeah, got you.
Thanks.
Shall we give you any trouble?
Nothing I can handle.
Right, Treacle?
Hello. What happens to Terry now?
But no, I think the fans will like it because we got a lot. I mean, I get thousands and thousands of messages from people that genuinely love this. And to be honest with you, I've said this a million times, but you know, without that love from them, we won't be making this. The only reason we're making this film because the last one was successful, and it was, you know, a huge downloaded movie, done amazingly well on Sky. So here we are again. It's business, isn't it? At the end of the day, and I'm just an actor for hire.
I've got a great crew working with us on the film, and I've got some great actors and great talents, and they're lovely people because we put them through quite a lot on these films, and you know, and just a special thank you to Craig Fairbrass really, and because of what he brings to these films and what his commitment and his work ethic is in these films. And I've never worked with Roland properly before, close like I have done on this film, and he's done brilliant what he's brought to the Craig Rolfe character, and Emily Wyatt the same, and also we've got Nick Nevin this time from Hooligan Factory, who brings another dynamic to the story, and slowly but surely we're introducing a whole bunch of new characters. So you know, for Emily, Nick, Klaus, and everyone who's worked on the film, I'd like to say thank you very much, guys.